I'm going to talk real quick, Dave, about a movie that dropped on Netflix called Spenser Confidential, directed by Peter Berg, starring Mark Wahlberg and Winston Duke, based off the Ace Atkin series Wonderland. And it seems like there's going to be quite a few of these made for Netflix. They definitely set up a sequel at the end of this, and I'd imagine if Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg want to continue to make these, that they will keep doing it. However, I am hoping that this is the only one that they make. This is,
early Netflix movie, you don't say.
Yeah, it's. I was talking with friend of the pod, Sean McKenna, the other day about this movie, and I was like, I'm watching this Mark Wahlberg, Peter Berg movie on Netflix. It's pretty crappy, man. And I was like, I feel like Netflix is either really terrible or makes really good movies. Like you have The Irishman and Roma, or you got I even forgot about the movie
The Last Thing You Wanted.
Yes, The Last Thing You Wanted, or movies like this. And this is definitely a step up from The Last Thing You Wanted. You have Mark Wahlberg, Winston Duke really being this team. Mark Wahlberg is this exiled cop who goes to prison for beating up the police chief because there's all this dirty business going on, and he gets out of jail after beating up Post Malone, and who plays a white supremacist in this movie who's in jail.
Okay.
Yeah,
exactly. Not hard to see.
No, not hard to see at all. Yeah, he's all right. But he gets out of jail, and then he goes back and he's helping this guy he lives with, his friend who runs a boxing place. So far you have basically like a cop movie. It kind of turns into a bit of a detective movie, and you got a boxing movie kind of all rolled into one. Winston Duke is a boxer at this place who Mark Wahlberg has to take under his wing because he doesn't know how to fight. Mark Wahlberg does. Yeah, it doesn't do any of those three genres any justice, really. Like the like detective side of it, like I feel like what you follow is just really uninteresting a lot of the time. The action and like cop movie type stuff it's a very like played up and very like stylized in a sense, and it feels almost kind of like you're watching a video game. Like you'll like I don't know, you'll be going through this adventure, and then you get to this checkpoint, and then it will like zoom out, and there's Mark Wahlberg squaring up with somebody, and then he has to fight the bad guy almost. It felt very weird. And then the boxing stuff, I just was like, why the hell is this even in here? I guess like you have to establish Winston Duke as this like killer, this guy who can like throw people through walls, bit of like I don't know, like a Bane type strong person, but with a big heart. He's very kind. It's like gentle giant who can like beat the shit out of you, kill you if he wants to. Eliza Scherzinger, the comedian, is the love interest for Mark Wahlberg in this, and like they have a very weird dysfunctional relationship, and have this really strange scene where they fuck in a bathroom very loudly and break a lot of shit in there while they're fucking. It's incredibly weird. And just kind of feels like it doesn't really fit for the movie and make sense to it that much. And really what I was just left with this was just I just want Peter Berg to stop using Mark Wahlberg in all of his movies.
5 times now.
Yeah, in the last 5, I think it was like Mile 22, Deepwater Horizon, this
Lone
one,
Survivor, and Patriots Day. And
Lone Survivor is like the only one that I think was worth making, and
I like Patriots Day too.
I actually haven't seen that one, but Lone Survivor to me is a good movie. It's a good war movie. And Peter Berg, he did Friday Night Lights. He did I think he produced the television show as well. He's got talent, but he just seems to have kind of fallen into this same type of movie using Mark Wahlberg over and over. Doesn't seem to be helping any. I don't know. I just I want to see something different moving forward. I feel like they each can do different stuff. Mark Wahlberg's kind of interesting because I feel like he just kind of makes the same 3 types of movies, and then like just kind of rinse and repeat. He's
just been collecting checks for a while. It feels like with what was it? Daddy's Home comedy role, Peter Berg movies, and I don't even know. Like Mark Wahlberg kind of is disappointing. Like I feel like he's kind of mailing it in because like once in a while he does something enjoyable like Pain and Gain or Departed.
Yeah,
but
or even the other guys, or is it The Good Guys? I forgot.
Yeah, the other guys for
sure. The other guys. It's a pretty funny movie. Like, and Adam McKay, and I think maybe that's the thing is, Berg isn't one of those top level directors. When Wahlberg works with these good directors, seems to bring, the fighter seems to bring something more out of him. But I don't know. I was a bit disappointed. I thought this was going to be a lot better than it was. But this is where we're at. Winston Duke probably was my favorite part. Just like he had some of the best lines, some of the funniest moments. And I'm interested to see where he goes. He was in Black Panther, obviously, then Us. I want to see him working with some better directors and hopefully getting some more roles moving forward. So
for sure.
Oh, also, Bokeem Woodbine shows up as the villain in this crooked cop who's Mark Wahlberg's buddy, and then you find out was really behind it all the whole time. He just looks so much like Dave Chappelle. It's almost like off-putting.
He does look a lot like him. That's true.
I want him to wear a wig like he did in Fargo, because I just look at him and I'm like, this is Dave Chappelle now fighting this guy. So overall, really disappointing movie.